Introduction of Jain Dharma or Jainism or Jain religion. Many of us have heard about Jainism or Jain religion at some point in our lives. But do we really know what Jain Dharma or Jainism is? Through this series of basics of Jainism, we will learn a lot of things about Jainism. So introducing episode 1 of Basics of Jainism. Today in this video, we are going to learn the basics of Jainism in 5 points. Stay tuned till the end of this video and don't forget to subscribe or follow Jain Media English. What is Dharma or religion? Before we understand the meaning of Jain Dharma, it is absolutely necessary that we should have a thorough knowledge of the word Dharma or religion. Because for thousands of years, innumerable wrong notions about Dharma have been nourished, held and propagated by people. Dharma or religion is neither a cult nor a creed, nor is it a reserved system of any community. Dharma is not entirely related either to an individual or to a society, nor is it confined to any area. Dharma is the essential nature of an individual or an object. 24th Tirthankar of this Kal, that is time cycle, Shraman Bhagwan Mahavir Swami has explained the meaning of Dharma as Vattu Sahavo Dhammo, which means Dharma is nothing but the real nature of an object. Just as the nature of fire is to burn and the nature of water is to produce a cooling effect, in the same manner, the real and essential nature of the soul is to seek self-realization and spiritual elevation. Dharma acquires different definitions in different contexts, but here is a simple and clear meaning of it. Dharma is the name that can be given to all the elaborate codes of conduct and ideologies that enable life to attain stability and the extreme heights of spirituality. Dharma can be the only means to understand and realize the true meaning of life. Dharma has the potential to transform an ordinary soul to supreme soul, that is Atma to Paramatma. We will learn more about this in upcoming episodes. What is Jain Dharma or Jainism? The word Jain is derived from the word Jin or Jineshwar Paramatma, who are considered as the supreme beings in Jainism. Now let us understand the meaning of the word Jin. The word Jin means victor, conqueror. The two enemies that entangle the soul, that is Atma, in the cycle of birth, death and rebirth are Rag and Dvesh, which mean attachment and hatred. These two have been considered as the inner enemies and they are main hurdles in attaining moksha, which means salvation. Soul cannot liberate, that is, soul cannot attain salvation or moksha without conquering these two inner enemies. One who attains an absolute victory over these enemies and shows the same path is known as Jin or Jineshwar Paramatma. Moksha is liberation from the cycle of birth and death, achieving a state of pure bliss and freedom from suffering. Jineshwar Paramatmas are also known by some other names such as Arihant. Ari means enemy and Hant means destroyer. One who destroys the inner enemies, that is Rag and Dvesh, attachment and hatred, is known as Arihant Paramatma. Paramatma means the supreme soul. Vitrag, one who is completely independent of attachment and hatred, is known as Vitrag Paramatma. Sarvagnya, the omniscient, one who knows about everything of the world, is known as Sarvagya Paramatma. The Jin or Jineshwar Paramatma have followed and lived the Dharma in their lives and showed to the world the path of moksha. The Jin or Jineshwar Paramatma gives form to the Dharma and hence it is named as Jain Dharma. Sri Adinath Prabhu was first Tirthankar of this Kal. Sri Mahavir Swami Prabhu was 24th Tirthankar of this Kal. Kal means time cycle. We will learn about Kal in detail in further episodes. Who is a Jain? The followers of Gautam Buddha are known as Buddhists. Followers of Jesus Christ are known as Christians. In the same manner, the followers of Jineshwar Paramatma are known as Jains. One who follows the path shown by Jineshwar is a Jain. Such a man is a Jain to whatever nation he may belong, to whatever caste or creed he may belong, in whatever philosophical context he might have been born or brought up. Anybody and everybody can be a Jain. The Jain Dharma is not a limited or restricted religious sect or creed. Anyone can accept and follow Jain Dharma irrespective of his caste and creed. It is not necessary that a person born in a Jain family is a Jain. A person becomes a Jain not by birth but by his virtue, that is deeds. This living Dharma is meant for all. Jainism is not only practical but fully scientific, appropriate and eco-friendly. If we want to establish peace in the world, then Jainism is the best path. Who are Tirthankar Paramatmas? The Jineshwar Paramatma, also known as Tirthankar Paramatma, in their own times after achieving Keval Gyan, established the four main pillars of Jain Dharma that forms Chaturvid Jain Shri Sangh, which are Sadhu, Sadhvi, Shravak and Shravika. Keval Gyan means absolute knowledge of everything. We will learn about Keval Gyan in detail in further episodes. According to Jainism, there are 24 Tirthankar Paramatmas in every ascending and descending time cycle of this universe. What is this time cycle according to Jain Dharma? We will surely learn about this in the future. So basically, Jains follow the teachings of Tirthankar Paramatma. The five major teachings given by Tirthankar Paramatma are Ahimsa, non-violence; Satya, truthfulness; Acharya, no stealing; Brahmacharya, celibacy; Aparigraha, non-possessiveness. We will learn about these five principles and their benefits in detail in the future. Concept of God in Jainism. According to Jainism, God is not a creator but a perfected soul free from all eight karmas. The Tirthankars established the Chaturvid Sangh, fourfold order, that is Sadhu, Sadhvi, Shravak and Shravika, to guide us on the path to moksha, that is liberation. Like a rough diamond, every soul is raw material with the potential to become God by shedding karma through non-violence, detachment and other wonderful principles mentioned in Jainism. By overcoming the biggest enemies of the soul, that is attachment, rag, and hatred, dvesh, by shedding the 8 forms of karma, a soul sheds its imperfections and attains its purest form, becoming a Siddha Paramatma, that is liberated soul. Thus, not only Tirthankars, but any soul who achieves moksha is considered God in Jainism, as even Tirthankars themselves walked the same path. This emphasizes the individual's capability in shaping their own destiny and achieving liberation. According to Jain philosophy, it is acknowledged that no one has created this world and no one can destroy it. The world has been existing since time immemorial and will continue to exist indefinitely. So who runs this world? We will learn about this in episode 2 of Basics of Jainism. Jai Jinshashan, Jai Mahavir.